Welcome to the Monty Show, exclusive on the Õrale Network. I am your host, Monty Montoya at Silverado de San Antonio. And this is where we interview independent artists, musicians, and entertainers from all across San Antonio, Texas, and abroad. And with that said, I am proud to present the Grammy Award winners. It's been all over the world. You know, the group, Los Texmaniacs. Welcome to my show, my friend.
Thank you for having us.
Likewise. And but before we get to them, I want to, Mr. DJ Õrale here.
Thank you, Mr. Monty. First and foremost, thank you, buddies, for coming into the Õrale Network.
You got it, brother. Thanks for having us.
I've heard so much about you, and finally, it's good to put a name with the face, man.
Yes.
And you're a cool cat, bro, and I want to talk to you. We're going to talk to you about all what you've done in the past and what your future vision and what you're going to do in the future as well. But before we end, let's go and break for commercial, but let's go and give a quick shout out to some of our sponsors, man. We've got the one and only, we got Dogwood Home Health Care, LLC, taking care of your loved ones here in San Antonio, RGV, and Laredo. And also, we got the one and only personal injury auto accident attorney. We got the one and only Mr. Robles Jr. Law out of Fort Worth, Dallas, and San Antonio. You know what? Let's break for commercials so we can get back and get into the nitty-gritty and start interviewing the main guys right here. We'll be right back after these awesome messages.
You are watching the Õrale TV streaming network, the cutting edge of AI, business, marketing, referral services, and global radio TV broadcasting. Whether you are a startup or a legacy brand, we provide the platform to amplify your voice and scale your reach. From our headquarters in San Antonio to viewers and listeners across the globe, we spotlight the innovators and icons making a real positive impact. With dedicated programming across law, medical, real estate, entertainment, nonprofits, entrepreneurship, and philanthropy, we ensure your industry expertise is front and center. Broadcasting everywhere, it matters. Roku TV, Android TV, YouTube, our exclusive Õrale network, and just about all major social media platforms. The Õrale Pay It Forward initiative. We are committed to community growth. To prove the power of our network, your first featured interview is free and on us. Spaces are filling rapidly as our viewership hits new heights daily. DM us or call our marketing team or go by our website at oraleonline.com to secure your spot. Also tune into osaradio.com, streaming the best independent artists worldwide since 2019. Just another platform the Õrale crew has to offer. So don't wait. Set up your free consultation now.
Welcome back to the Monty Show. Again, we have the Los Texmaniacs in the house. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Monty, for having us.
So let's get started with the show.
Sure.
So, first of all, the first question is, how did you guys get started in this business, man?
Okay, well, it started a while back, man, you know, when I was maybe 5 years old. You know, and
5 years old.
I started. My dad he was an accordionist from New Mexico, and he had so many recordings out and so forth. Back then, he recorded on 8 tracks. You know.
Yes, I remember.
And the 45s and the LPs and stuff. So then, so I started learning the accordion, and me and my brother, which is my nephew here, Josh Baca's father. I started learning the accordion at 5. I learned 2 songs, and then. After that, I got intrigued by seeing Flaco Jimenez and learned his bajo sexto player. I said, that's what I want to do. I want to play bajo sexto. So I managed to get a bajo sexto, you know, and then I started playing around the age of 7. And, you know, of course, with the bass guitar, drums, just a little bit of everything, you know.
Yes.
I was just, you know, conjunto music is part of our culture, part of our lives. So
right.
We would have dinner, you know, and after dinner, my dad would grab the accordion, and I'd get the bajo sexto, and that's how we did it, you know. And then later on, you know, me and my brother started our own band called Los Hermanos Baca, and we came to Texas and recorded here at Joey Records, and we did a few albums, you know, made Hey Baby ¿Qué pasó?
Yeah,
was one of our hit songs, and we made it really popular in the New Mexico area. And then, you know, of course, Texas Tornadoes comes along, and you know, I mean, they started in, you know, and everybody had their careers already. I didn't mean to say they came along, but they formed the Texas Tornadoes, and I was asked to join them.
Wow.
And so after playing years and years with my brother, you know, we played throughout, you know, our childhood and our teenage years and through high school, whatever. And so, yeah, so I joined the Texas Tornadoes, and around 1990, something like that, 1990. Played with them for, you know, all through the 90s until Doug Somm passed away, and then shortly after that, Freddie Fender passed away. And
Wow.
But I did get to tour with them. It was a great experience, man. And then, you know, just decided to form the Texmaniacs. So I moved to Austin, 1997, and I formed the Texmaniacs, and you know, but during that time, you know, when I was playing with the Texas Tornadoes, 1991 comes along, and my nephew here was born, you know, and so when Josh came along, by the time he was 5 years old, he had a little toy accordion in his hand, you know.
But during this process, all this, Los Hermanos Baca were still kind of a band that were playing out of San Antonio, out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they would play through the region of the Southwest region. And so off and on, when he was on the road, my dad would just do the performances when my uncle wasn't able to make the shows. And then later on, I was born in 91. And from there, I grew up watching, you know, my family's band, which was my grandfather, my father, and my uncle play throughout the region there. And later on, Max, my tío moved to Texas, like you said, and formed the Texmaniacs. And then throughout that time, I was barely learning still, you know.
By the time Josh here was, you know, he started when he was about 5 years old. By the time he was like 7, 8, 9 years old, he was already playing polkas and stuff.
He was a natural, huh? It's in the blood. It's all in the blood.
Definitely was a natural. You know, we knew that he was going to be a musician. You know, there's no doubt about it, you know.
Oh, yes, I'm going to call Josh the book of knowledge, man. Yeah, for everything, bro. Get Google, Hey, you know what, Josh? How old are you, man? May I ask you?
I'm 34 years old.
34 years young. And you're what, 41 maybe?
No.
You look young, brother. I don't know if you found the views, bro. But if you have found it,
it's the music.
Man.
The music gets you young.
I'll be 59 this year.
Really?
Yeah. 59.
Wow. My God, I thought you were like maybe 40, 41.
No, thank you, bro. No, I started young. I started playing at a young age, man. And when I joined the Texas Tornadoes, I was 24, 25.
Hombre, man.
Texas Tornadoes, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, toured with them all over the world, man, and even got to record, believe it or not, with the Rolling Stones.
Get out of here, man.
You did.
Yep, I did.
Wow, dude. That's one of your, no, it's the Beatles, right? That you
the Beatles. But I like the Rolling Stones too. You know.
You know, my when I was going through high school, I wasn't too much of a Beatles fan. You know, I dig the way they sing and all that, but I was a Creedence fan. You know, that was I just liked the style, I liked the rock and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but we got invited, Flaco and myself, to record on the Voodoo Lounge album with the Rolling Stones.
Really? Wow.
The track's called Sweethearts Together.
You also played with, collaborated with Los Lobos, right?
Oh yeah. You know, throughout the years playing with the Tornadoes, I got to meet Los Lobos. As a matter of fact, me and my brother, the Hermanos Baca, we used to open up for them. You know, when we had our band, you know, they had just came out with La Bamba. You know, and they just went straight to the top, and you know, and that's a band that we've always admired. You know, we're still good friends with them. You know, and we really admire those guys because they're Chicanos from East LA, man, and they're just themselves, man, and they're genuine guys, man, and they're still the same band, you know, 50 years later, you know.
Wow, dude. Well, we tried to call Mike Morrow, the big old actor guy that played the part of I think it was Mexican Ed in La Bamba.
Yes.
Real cool cat. He's about 6'7" or something like that, man. I call him the gentle giant, man. ¿Qué onda, Tony? You know, I've known him for about 20 plus years. Yeah. But he also recorded, I think, with Joe International back in the day.
Yeah. He did. He was with the Earthquakes.
So you know him then? Okay.
He recorded with the California Earthquakes. I think they were called. He recorded with Joey Records.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. If I'm not mistaken. If I am, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure. Mike will have to. Yeah.
Oh, but you've been everywhere, brother. I mean, my God, dude.
Been blessed, man. You know, to have. You know, taking our music, you know, around the world. You know, the Texmaniacs, we got invited. You know, when the war was going on, we did 4 tours to Iraq, in Afghanistan. You know, and to entertain the troops.
Amazing.
Yeah, we did 4 tours there, and then we've been to China. We were the first Chicanos first Chicano band to ever play in China.
So is that where you met your wife?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is. Yes, yeah.
She's from China, right?
Yes, I met her there, and then years later, she moved to New York, and then we kept in touch, and the rest is history. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, we got invited to play in China, man, and we the second Chicano band was Ozomatli. Yeah, we were the first.
You know, I had the privilege to meet them many years ago, man, up there in McAllen, dude.
Yeah.
Man, they puro instrumental casi, ¿verdad? They have trumpets, they have everything.
Yeah, they play. They're a great band, man. They're great composers, and shout out to Bully up there, man, and Ozomatli guys, man. Raul, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So who were the King Montana? They were like cousins or something? And y'all recorded a rap song, kind of the Brown Superman, song called the Brown Superman.
King Montana he's a cousin of ours from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Mm-hmm. His name is now the Aztec Astronaut. He was with Universal Records. He's an amazing songwriter, hip hop artist from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He talks about where he comes from and how it is being a Mexican American in this world, but also being a paraplegic. He's paralyzed from his neck down, and he was born that way.
Wow.
I don't know exactly what it was that caused that or illness or whatever it is, but he's paralyzed from his neck down, and his inspiration is to just do it. You know, that's the inspiration he gives. For myself as an artist and a music man, you know, it's like, you know, don't let it stop you. Just do it. You know, there's no rules. There's no such thing as rules. There's no right.
You're right about that. You know, and also the music keeps you young. You know.
Yeah. Mark Anthony, my cousin, who we're talking.
Mark Anthony Romero.
Yes, and so he. I remember when I had my recording studio before I joined the Texas. I think I already had joined the Texas Studios, and I was at home. I had my studio there in Albuquerque, and he called me one time and he says, "Hey, man, I heard you have a studio." And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Is it okay if my dad drops me off and I won't get in the way. I just want to watch you, man. You know." Sure, man, of course. So his dad brought him in the wheelchair, you know, and he has this really special wheelchair they designed for him that he controls with his neck, you know.
He drives with his head.
And so they brought him in, you know, and he's right there behind the mixing board and the controls there. And so I said, "Hey, man," he tells me, "I want to be a rapper. I want to be a rapper." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I wrote a song. It's called The Brown Superman." And I said, "Well, let's record it, man." And he kind of blushed and he got real happy, and so I put him out there to the middle of the studio, and I put the microphone there, I put the headphones on him, and then I just put a little drum beat, you know, that I had there, made a little drum beat, and I said, do it, man. So he went and he did his rap thing to that beat, you know. And then later on we had some other instruments to it and stuff. Yeah, and that was his first recording, man. And by the time his dad came back to pick him up, we said, "Check this out," and he was like, "What?" He was like blown away, man. He just had it naturally, you know.
Right.
But we were able to be. He was a participant on his record alongside another amazing artist from San Antonio, Texas, by the name of Juanito Castillo, which is a Tejano Hall of Fame accordionist. He's blind, and
I know who you're talking about.
He's blind, and he played a lot of years alongside Esteban Jordan. Anyways, he's a good friend of ours, and I know that his character and his person, who he is as a human, Juanito, outside of the music, that him and my our cousin Montana, man, they just clicked. Wow. They were the exact same person, exact same jokes, feeling, vibe, energy was the best. So we my uncle invited a good friend of ours as well, an amazing producer, songwriter, musician by the name of Gabriel Zavala, which he produces a lot of Stephanie Montiel's music and a lot of various other artists out throughout
He's
Texas.
married to her.
He's married to her. That's her husband. Yes.
We better produce the music, man.
And he was able to put a kind of a different outlook of, because where we come from, our forefront is conjunto music. It's conjunto, right? So somebody else to come in and like, hey, we want this. We want some hip hop. We want this vibe, and take it, but adding the elements of traditional instruments. So he added a bajo sexto line to this like hip hop Latin hip hop kind of beat. And Juanito was able to play his accordion alongside the music as well, and incorporating other Latin instruments and rhythms to the song, which is a good song. The song is called "Take It Easy." If you look it up, it's from King Montana. "Take It Easy" featuring los Texmaniacs.
Wow.
It's a great song.
You know what, man? Monty, these guys are, man, they're legends, dude. Like I said, I'm glad I'm putting a name with the face now, especially like Mr. Josh. You know, I told him earlier, I'm real bad with names, but I'm not forgetting your names, bro. Josh Google, man. That's your new nickname.
And it is an honor to have met them.
You know, I want to also talk, since it's your show, I'm trying not to butt in too much, bro. But I want to talk about what bands you've talked to in the past. Like I say, everybody knows this guy here. Everybody knows. Everybody I speak to as well. Hey, this guy did this and that, and produced this, and so you're a legend, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man.
On the Õrale Network.
It's my honor, man. It's my honor.
No, it's our honor to have you here, and let's go get into it. But let's go break for commercials, man. Sure. Before we get into more, because we can drag on forever. I'm in PR, bro. I can go on forever. My mom said I was born talking, bro, and now I believe her, dude. But, let's go break for commercial. We'll be right back after these awesome messages.
If it got rent, look at that check. Catch the money pressure, foot on their neck. Insurance got your big gas light in that tent. Tell them roll blitz loud, we collect that rent. If it got rent, look at that check. Catch the money pressure, foot on their neck. Insurance got your big gas light in that tent. Tell them roll blitz loud, we collect that rent. Pause. Now let me resume, still taking calm. I'm the fire y'all feel when the tide turns. Shut up for what I built in the heat, not a courtroom hush. Every time I speak, still slipping through loopholes like Houdini. Briefcase banging like a 3P law firm. I'm the fire y'all feel when the tide turns. Shut up for what I built in the heat, not a courtroom hush. Every time I speak, still slipping through loopholes like Houdini. Briefcase banging like a 3-piece genie. Judge race brown when they read my pleadings.
We all start somewhere. Some of us start with pain. We fall early. We lose early. But getting back up, that's everything. We choose hard roads and walk them anyway. We carry the weight, the silence, the scars no one sees. Coming home ain't always victory. Sometimes it's just survival, but we don't stop. We evolve. We build. Because when you've lived the fight, you fight for others. Battle tested, always ready. Robles Jr. Law.
Howdy, folks. Be sure and check out the streaming radio station OSA Radio. Streaming since 2019. They showcase independent music and entertainers nationwide. Go to osaradio.com and see if you are their next internet radio superstar.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got los Texmaniacs in the house. Woo! All right, man. We got legends in the house, man, and I'm honored to have these guys in our show here. But anyway, let's continue with the conversation here. Let me know what's going on right now, the president. What are you guys doing now? I know you just played at Fiesta, right?
Yeah, we did the Nayosa, and we've played different festivals around the world, but right now we just finished doing a recording. So we just got we had. Previously, though, I'll tell you, we did 5 records for Smithsonian Folkways, and so now we got signed up to World House Records. It's an independent folk label, with their offices in Brazil and Los Angeles, and so Myla Hardy is the president, and so we just finished 17 songs, and we're in the process of mastering and getting all the whatever artwork together. Well, they're handling, the record label's handling that, and we're just getting ready to release one now in June. We'll have a new album out in June, and it's kind of it's like we were talking. It's a Spanglish, so it's going to be it's Americana. It's Americana, what they call Americana. So half of it it's going to be in Spanish, half of it's in English, and they're all original songs that me and my nephew wrote.
So what's the title of the album or CD, whatever?
It's going to be what is it?
Not tell you it yet. Let's just wait.
Okay,
it's not set in stone, but it can be.
Oh, okay.
So it might be. It might not be that name. It might be another.
Gotcha.
Name.
I think it's gonna
still in the work.
man.
Yes.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, because if AI gets a hold of it,
Oh my God, AI.
no.
Be careful, Don's here, man. He's an AI techie,
So no, we're just we're excited about the release here, and this album we don't have special guests like we'd had before. I don't think we did, but
I don't think
before we've had Augie Myers, we've had Flaco Jimenez, we've had Lyle Lovett, we had Rick Trevino, Kevin Fowler, Alejandro Escobedo. So many artists on other albums that we've done. With
Puro A-list, brother.
It's been a blessing, man. And all the guys that we've had collaborating with us have always been really genuinely humble, man. Humble guys, man.
And you mentioned Flaco Jimenez, and I just want to say rest in peace.
Yes.
He gave a lot.
Oh man, he was our inspiration. And mine and my brothers. When we grew up, man, we just wanted to. And so many years later, I got to be his bajo sexto player,
Wow.
Yeah.
And so I got to tour, all over the world with Flaco, and, all over Europe, Spain.
You were actually the bajo player for Flaco before you were the Tornadoes.
Yes, yeah, that's true. I toured with Flaco before that, yeah. And that's how I got into the Tornadoes, They came through Albuquerque, and the bajo player at the time, who was my idol, Oscar Tejas, he, some reason he stayed behind, and they went to Japan. And when they got back from Japan, they were going to do the rodeo in Albuquerque, and they couldn't find him, Oscar, because they didn't have cell phones back then or anything.
Right.
So Flaco called me and says, "Hey, bring your bajo, man, and sit in with us." So I did, man. 40,000 people, man. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
And then after the show, Doug Som said, "Hey, man, you want to finish the tour with us?" So that's how that came about, yeah. But so we're just, we've recorded so many albums throughout our career, the Texmaniacs career, and we're at a point now to where we got this album coming out, and we won't say the title yet, but it'll be out in June, and under World House Records.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, we'll throw it out there. If all the watchers and everybody out there, if this is on YouTube and all that good stuff, leave a comment on what you think we should name the new album. The concept of the album is new breath to conjunto music, which means the word conjunto derives from together. It means like we're together, we're a conjunto. We play music for our people and who we are as Mexicans and Mexican Americans in this crazy world. So if you have something out there, somebody, listener, watchers, please comment a cool name that would fit the concept of being true Mexican Americans in this country.
Well, I'll tell you what, Josh, they can always go to oraleonline.com. That's our portal.
Yeah.
And you want to plug in your website as well? Do you have a website?
Sure.
Yes.
It's www.lostexmaniacs.com. You can also find us on www.lostexmaniacs at Facebook. Los Texmaniacs. No, is it Los Texmaniacs Instagram?
Instagram.
Los Texmaniacs Instagram. All one word.
Messenger.
All over social media.
Yeah.
You'll find our music on Spotify. Speaking of
Bandzatown,
forgot to mention. We do got a new song out. It's called I. It's featuring Mr. Ruben Ramos and Augie Myers, and it won an American Grammy in this year, 2026, with the Rolling Stones and other various artists from South Louisiana. We were invited to be a participant on.
It's called the King of Zydeco.
The King of Zydeco. Mm-hmm. So it's called A Tribute to the King of Zydeco, which was Clifton Chenier, and it was an honor to be able to embrace that Zydeco culture and be able to be a part of that record. And Rolling Stones were on the album alongside Texmaniacs, Augie Myers, and Ruben Ramos. It's a good record.
Wow.
So there's like 40 other different artists on that collaboration. So we were honored to be a part of that, won a Grammy. And so they called me and said, congratulations, it's an official win.
So that's what's going on with us right now.
Puro A+ list.
Sir. Now, do you have any siblings in your family? Do you have brothers or kids that
I have
are
a brother.
music?
He was an accordion player, and that's Josh's father. And yeah, he's still there in Albuquerque. And then I have a younger sister, and she took over the family business, which was bookkeeping and income tax. And after my dad passed away, and then recently my mom passed away. His mom passed away.
Sorry about that.
About a week apart, and so it was 25 was a tough year, man. And but we're getting through it, and we're just realizing that we're just here in this world, and we just gotta just do what we do and move forward, man.
And with his siblings, which were my aunts and my father, Jimmy Baca, and also my not everything for our music and what we do has to be musical, has to play music. The price and what they do with us is like, maybe when they were younger, my aunt, it's like, go to your room, shut your door, your brothers are practicing, let them practice. That's a sacrifice. That's what helps us. That's what makes us people, our family, makes us that. And to this day, no matter what song it is we start playing, whether we go visit home, right, and we get together, we make a carne asada and get some beer, hang out, pull out the Baca on accordion, play whatever songs we record from our records. It's like every member in my family knows all the words to our music.
Is that right?
You know what I mean? And it's like, that's the support. That's part of being part of our music. That's a part of our journey. That's what boosts us. That's what gave us hope. My grandfather, for myself personally, I come from a generation of accordion players. My great grandfather had an accordion. He played at the house there, Baltasar Baca. Then Macedonio Baca Senior, Max Baca Senior, which was my grandfather, was he brought an accordion back from World War II, and after that, he started listening to different accordionists of the region and South Texas and stuff, and then bred and made my father. My father played accordion. Then my uncle came along, played accordion in Bajo Sexto. They made Los Hermanos Baca, and then that was a big influence on myself. For my siblings, I have how many siblings?
Just
three. I have Jamie, Jacob, Charlene, Jacqueline, and myself, and my brother Carlos, which is, I consider him my brother, Max's son, Carlos. We were all raised together in the same home, and they all support it, man. I'm the only one, I'm the baby of the bunch of the boys, and I'm the only one that plays accordion, plays music. But throughout that whole time, there was always the support. Joshua, get your accordion, play the accordion.
You gotta have that support.
What I mean? The support. And so, I always remember practicing growing up. My grandma never told me to be quiet. She never told me turn it down. She never told me. She told everybody, "Déjalo ahí, be quiet, go to your room if you don't like it." It's like,
let me play.
Yeah, let him play it. Rather him be playing the accordion than on the street jacking around or doing something he's not.
Keep you out of trouble.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was doing it anyways. Later on.
Oh, yeah, so the Baca family is a big family, no?
They have a very big
pretty
family.
Decent family, pretty size, good decent size, yeah.
So you're based solely here in San Antonio or Albuquerque?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
We were born in Albuquerque, myself and my nephew here, in 1997. While I was playing with the Texas Tornadoes, I decided to move to Austin. So I moved to Austin in 1997, lived there for 5 years, and then I bought a home in San Antonio. So I still live in the same home. So I've been here, San Antonio, I guess 24 years now, I guess.
30 years.
I've been here about 10 years, más o menos, and I love it. I call it my home.
Yeah.
I won't go nowhere else, man.
Yeah.
I'm going there for life now.
It just seems like it feels good here, Austin too. I love Austin, man, too. It's a musical town.
Yeah, I love Austin, bro, but there's that 35, brother. It's always
bottlenecks there.
And then they just had that shooting and stuff, kind of mess up things,
And it's everywhere, man. There's crime everywhere, all over the place. But
the show must go on.
Yeah. And also, we consider ourselves, we're teachers.
Yes,
we're teachers because we and it made we teach at local community centers here in San Antonio, the Guadalupe or Taller, whatever. Josh goes and teaches accordion. He has students that he teaches, and I have students that come to my studio and teach. But more so, we're more of a broader teachers on a broader spectrum, because we teach by going to, say we went to China, right? And they invite us to go to a little village, and so we went to this little village and we played music at the little community center. They had their little, this really amazing building that was built with not a single nail. It was just kind of woven together wood, beautifully, man. And when we got there, the first time the program had the young girls they sang for us, like a welcoming us, to where they are here. And so we got to collaborate and play music and teach, and also all over wherever we go, we do workshops, and that's what the workshop is teaching. It's a teaching class, and we work every time we play festivals. We do a teaching class. So we teach who we are in our music around the world.
Maestro, let me ask you this, brother. This is all you do, right?
Yes.
You know what? They have a saying that if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life.
Well,
that's true.
You love what you're doing. You've been doing it for ages.
It's work.
I don't know, but como le digo, I don't know. You look young, brother. Okay, you've done a lot throughout the years. You look like you're 41. So, like, again, if y'all found the views, let me know, bro.
Thank you, man.
Monty needs it.
No, man.
But I would say,
tell me about it.
Teacher. I mean, of course, maybe teachers. I have some various students throughout San Antonio and other places on like online FaceTime teaching and stuff like that. But I wouldn't consider myself a teacher. I consider myself more of an inspiration. I can inspire you and show you.
Well, that's teaching.
I won't teach you.
That's a form of teaching.
Because if I don't really like to. I don't have to teach you. You either got it, you don't got it. And if you're gonna have it, I could see. All right,
there we go.
I got you. I'll show you.
Let me rephrase it.
You know what I mean? We're
saying teachers by inspiration. We're inspirational teachers.
For
yes, you are.
I'll just demonstrate, and if I can see, like, okay, there's something here that's
okay, let me ask my question now, Monty, before you get started. Let's go and talk a little bit of who actually throughout the years you helped out in the past, man. Because I know you have a big A-list, dude.
We went off.
Throw some. I know we went off, but I have to ask it, bro, before we break loose. Okay.
Yeah.
Throw some names out there, man.
You mean like who we've played with?
Yeah, and who you actually recorded. Who I know inspired a lot of people.
Well, just start with yourself. Just start off with a lot of the artists that you've gone.
Oh man. Okay. Well, one of the biggest headlights of my career is the Rolling Stones. Got to record on the Voodoo Lounge album, and also with Lyle Lovett, he recorded on one of our albums, Smithsonian Folkways. Rick Trevino, Kevin Fowler, Flaco Jimenez, Augie Myers,
Joe Ely,
Alejandro Escobedo.
How about George?
I've recorded with all the Tejano artists too. I played bajo sexto on pretty much all the Tejano artists. Jay Perez, Joe Lopez, Ram Herrera, Joe Posada. David Mares,
Eddie Gonzalez.
Oh, I can go on, man.
How about Monty?
Monty's record.
That's right. This guy that he has a television show. It's the Monty Show. But de veras que sí, Monty got to come in. We recorded a song at my studio.
That's right.
And Josh was engineering on it.
Yes.
And Josh is recorded with a bunch of artists as well.
That connection to meeting Monty. That connection alone meeting Monty all stemmed from one time Flaco Jimenez took some time off the road because he had some medical issues he had to take care of them, and back in the 90s, and I believe my uncle joined along, helped out Emilio Navaira, and our good friend Mr. Pete Ibarra, the accordion player, one of the greatest Tejano accordion players for Emilio's music. He introduced us, and he brought Monty along, and Max and Pete been good friends for a lot of years.
Yeah, so. I've known Pete Ibarra since he was first when Emilio Navaira just first came out.
He was actually the first accordion player for the Texmaniacs.
Yes, he was. That's right.
Yeah, Navaira con los Aguilares.
Yes,
before
yes, when I in 1997 when I moved to Austin from Albuquerque, I started getting the band together. So the first gig we had with Pete on accordion. And I had Joe Guzman on drums and Speedy Villanueva on bass. He was the original bass for La Mafia. And so that conjunto right there, we did a couple of gigs like that, and then of course Pete was dedicated to Emilio, so he had to go tour with Emilio, and then I ended up getting another accordion player from Los Angeles. He moved in, Michael Guerra. He moved to San Antonio, to Austin, and then we had that band for a while. So, but throughout the years, I even had later on when Michael quit to go play with the Mavericks. Then I got David Farias from the Tropa F. He came and he played with me 7 years, and he still plays with us, every once in a while, and he's he's a good friend, man. He's like, I call him my compadrito, because he's about this tall. he knows we joke around, man. He knows it's corazon. But yeah, David played with Texmaniacs, and then after David went back with his brothers, then my nephew came in, and he's been playing in the band now, 15 years? 15 years now, and so yeah, we're just working it, man. We're working it, getting the new album out, and just
Those are some of the artists that he remembers, man.
That's a big A-list.
Somebody asked me the other day, how many records I recorded on.
That's right.
I have a thing in my room with all the CDs that I've recorded on, and and then I have a box in the storage.
Well, like I said, I'm glad you're here. Monty talk highly about you. También other people, different bands, and they know you, bro. They've been there. You've touched their lives one way or another. The band, the whole works, man. Thank you, Josh.
Well, it's good to be an inspiration, like Josh said. You're an inspiration to other younger artists.
Oh my God,
So that's in a way teaching them in a way. I guess I meant to say that, but it's inspiring, the younger artists to do music.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So, and just try to sum it up in a small sentence or story. But the inspiration all derives from the beginning of where this music comes from, because the music we play derived from the Europeans that settled in South Texas. When they settled in South Texas, us as migrant farm workers were working, sugar cane, strawberries, all that stuff, picking. Well, they were considered minorities as well, because they had a dialect like Mexicanos. We had a dialect, and so we bred together. We became friends. We got together. They brought over the button accordions. We started playing the accordions and playing along with our people. So then they made it bajo sexto, and it became a thing, right? It became to where it's like the end of a day's work, or at the end of a week's work, they would go and it's like, we're going to gather at the Hernandez family's house, and everybody in the town come over, and we're all going to get together, and we're going to eat food. And Hernandez, they got a new accordion, and the Rivera family has a guitar. They're going to come and they're going to play music. And it was a gift for everybody to look forward to playing this music and inspiring everyone of the region to come over to see this kind of music. This music was only in South Texas you're going to find conjunto music. Now it's probably spread out throughout the world because of the inspiration, thanks to Flaco Jimenez, who put this music on the map all over the world.
Oye, ¿se acuerdan antes? They had that encyclopedia, ¿cómo se llama? Botanica or whatever.
Yeah, Botanica. Yeah.
They have nothing against you, bro. You know everything, bro.
No, man. It's just what we do,
This guy knows everything.
Very smart.
It's just what we do. It's like Max said, we've been honored and privileged to do a lot of cool stuff. We were considered ambassador of conjunto music, Tex-Mex music from the Smithsonian Folkways and the President of the United States. Wow. And we've been able to be instructors at the International Folk Alliance 16, 17, 18, 19, of course we didn't, but 16, 17, 18, and afterwards we also did the one in Canada and the one in New Orleans as professional music instructors for conjunto music. I was teaching accordion, and Max was teaching bajo sexto, and other members in the band were teaching conjunto bass, conjunto drums, through people that have never heard our music. So the coolest thing I love the most is that like Flaco Jimenez, for instance, is a wonderful gentleman by the name of Ry Cooter, who was an amazing guitar player and producer. He produced videos, he produced music for movie scores and all kinds of stuff. And he was driving through South Texas, and as he was driving, he was trying to get to California, and he was like, man, I'm looking for something, I just can't find it, man, this crazy American music, I don't know what to do, I don't know. Well, he turned on the radio and he heard a song on the radio from Flaco Jimenez. It's his dad, Santiago Jimenez Sr. well, he put his cassette tape in there and he recorded the song. Then he got the tape, he mailed it, he sent it, and he's like, in 2 days, I'm going to be in Arizona in 2 days. In 2 days, that cassette should get to California. I'll call him once I get there. Once he hears, I want to find out what this music is. We called this man by the name of Chris Strogwich from Northern California, originally from Germany. He called him and he said, hey man, what is this music that I'm listening? What is this sound? I never heard this. I don't know what it is. It's really different.
It's catchy.
And so that feeling, I could feel that feeling that he's feeling of like, wow, what is this? Because to this day that I play the accordion, and to this day that I put on a record or a video, we've had the honor and privilege to play alongside Flaco, and he was one of my biggest mentors and teachers of all time. Every time I hear his music, no matter what it is, I could hear the song Wasted Days. I mean, All You Ever Do Is Bring Me Down, and Buck Owens, the one here was
Streets of
Bakersfield. I could hear it, and from the start of that, the minute I hear his accordion, I get these chills up my spine, and it's like the first time I ever heard conjunto music, and it's this feeling of like, whoa, man, and it's an energy, and it's a spirit. It's a frequency that he creates that subconsciously moves the soul.
Well, it's a high, bro.
And it's the high. It's the love for
It's
Flaco,
the way he would play his accordion with his feeling, you know, and he would from the heart. From the heart. He'd feel it and send those signals to you, to the people, and when that touches you, you hear it to your ear. Boom! It hits your heart.
It moves and it creates action. And what is action is? Dancing.
So to sum it all up, it's like conjunto music, the inspiration that we're giving to this day now with all social media and AI and all this good stuff. It's still honoring the pioneers back in the day that were working the piscas and sweeping the dirt to dance outside and all that. It's still honoring all the cut hands of sugarcane they pulled, and all the segregation, and all the miles and miles of walking to go take care of your children, pick them up from the bus stop, to go doing all this. We're still honoring our people as Mexican, Native, New Mexicans, of course, but Mexican Americans.
Yes, sir.
Well, Monty, I think I found your next co-host right here, bro. We have to make the show an hour long instead of 30 minutes. You know, this is one of the longest shows we've had.
And it's okay.
We have to bring them back, bro.
You know, when Josh was little, he grew up listening to my brother and myself, and then when he started, actually when he came to when he moved to Texas, when he was around 20.
I moved to San Antonio when I was 17.
17, there you go. And he joined this band called Grupo Vida. You know, Sonny Sauceda had just quit, and then Josh took his place. And then when it was time to, when David Farias quit Texmaniacs, Josh comes and he says, Uncle, I want to play with you. I can do it. And I said, okay, but you got to go do your research, man. These songs and this music and this, of course, it come from. You can't just be up there playing. And he did.
Yeah,
he'd call me at 3 in the morning, man, and he'd say, Uncle,
hey, Tio, you asleep?
Listen to this. Listen to this. This is the Redova or the Shotis. And I said, there you go. That's it.
Right around that era, I got the perfect time that I came. Because growing up, I grew up playing all this stuff already, with listening to my grandpa's music, and like my Uncle Carl and my grandmother would always come back and forth. I'd have records all over. I was playing these songs and doing these songs, but I didn't have the resources that I have now. When I moved over, I didn't have YouTube. I didn't have all that to look forward. It was just, I was in Albuquerque. Whatever CDs that my family brought home is what I listened to. I didn't have nowhere to look it up. Had nowhere, so I'm coming in blind off of just guessing of what the Tejano.
Imagine if you had the technology back then.
Oh man! Exactly.
It was back in those days, man. I think about it, man. It's like we didn't have cell phones, you know, or anything like that. But man, we'd still make it to the gig.
Puro smoke signals.
Yeah. You know, we'd have the landlines. You know, hey, well, how do you get over there?
There'll be a balloon on the post.
Yeah, exactly. If you go to the end of the white fence and turn right and go about 2 miles, there's a dirt road.
There, he's not gonna be there no more. But go turn
Well,
left,
back then, when I wanted to learn a song, I had to go buy the cassette.
Yeah.
Then I had to go buy the sheet music. I had to drive downtown.
Yeah.
For one song, I had to buy the whole cassette.
78.
Yeah.
Those were like the like trollers, man.
And now everything's online.
Online.
You want to learn a song? It's right there.
Somebody said, "Hey man, I recorded a new song. Let me hear it." They sent it to me, and I was like, perfect. I said, "This is AI, man. This is not you, man."
You can't bullshit the bullshitter.
Yeah, a lot of but it's even with AI, you can't. There's no way you can generate the heart feel.
Exactly. I don't think that ever is going to replace.
AI will never get that. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
Guys,
let's go and break it down.
Let me just say something before, because you interrupted me earlier. I've been wanting to squeeze this in.
The world's smallest violin, brother. I'm gonna put that song.
Well, I want to thank you guys for being good inspirations in the music industry,
yes.
and also you guys are good examples for the new generation coming in.
Thank you, man.
It's like you saw Flaco Jimenez and boom, you got inspired by him.
Oh yeah.
And you guys are doing a great job, man. Keep on doing it.
Los Lobos have been a big inspiration, man. As a band, those guys, still doing it, man. So many years, and they do it good, man. And they represent,
Yes. I don't think I'm ever gonna be invited to the show again, right?
They'll be here. Man. The Lobos will be here really soon. Yeah, this weekend.
Oh my God.
I got 2 more songs I want to record with you guys.
Let's do it.
You want to plug in some numbers, something that we want to get a hold of you?
Sure.
Phone numbers,
both
emails, whatever.
Sure. That's the website is www.lostexmaniacs.com. You can get a hold of us there.
I'm going to put it on the bottom of the screen right now.
Sure. And pretty much that, the website's the best way to get a hold of us.
Website has all the information. It has the email address, the phone numbers, and all that good stuff.
Booking information.
Booking information. Where we'll be at. Best way to get a hold of us is come to the show and pull us aside and say hello, and we'll talk to you. We'll hang out. We'll chop it up.
Let them know you saw them on the Õrale Network, the Monty Show, brother. Let's go and close it out, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for viewing the show, the Monty Show. And again, I am honored, and I feel so privileged that I was able to interview them, los Texmaniacs, the Grammy Award winners, they've been all over the world. And I saw them in Fiesta. Thank you for letting me sing a song.
Of course.
Janita de Amor. Yeah. And I haven't released that song yet, but they're backing me up with that song. And again, thank you very much for viewing the Monty Show. And thank you, DJ Õrale.
Hopefully you'll again, man.
Oración.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for having us on the Monty Show.
Put a face to a name.
Yes, sir.
Great name, man. It's a privilege, brother. All right,
folks. Thank you for tuning in to the Õrale Network and the Monty Show.
All right.
Los Texmaniacs, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Adios.
Por mi madre yo soy mexicano, por destino soy americano, y yo soy de la raza de oro, yo soy México-americano. Yo te comprendo en inglés, también te hablo en castellano. Yo soy de la raza noble, y yo soy México-americano. ¡Órale! Zacatecas a Minnesota, de Tijuana a Nueva York. Yo soy de la raza noble, yo soy México-americano. Por mi Yo soy mexicano, por destino soy americano. Yo soy de la raza de oro. Yo soy México-americano. ¡Órale!
Great A. Great A stuff, man.
We fixed it.
I heard on the job, want some conversation. I got hurt on the job, want a little bit of attention. I've been working hard and then some, 24 hours a day. I got a clock in now, it could be late. I can't even call in sick, cause my baby gonna kick me out of this place. She's gonna shove that pink slip in my face. Yeah, oh, it's getting hot. Here we go now. I got burned on the job, and there's a fire down in Texas.